Brad, you know, when I was in the Army, I met a woman when I was in Saigon, a Vietnamese woman. I want you to understand that this is before your mom and I were married.
Go on.
She had a baby, a girl. That girl is my daughter.
I only want...
I don't care what you want. Why don't you go back to Vietnam where you belong?
Mr. Smith, if you're fair enough, you may have come along just the right moment.
Hey, well, I do that sometimes.
Guess I fell asleep.
You deserved a nap.
Where are we anyway? Coming up on Manville?
No, we're way past Manville. Weston's coming up.
Weston? How long did I sleep?
An hour, maybe.
You mean you drove 400 miles in an hour?
Yeah, miracle, isn't it?
I'll let you do the driving all the time. Just wish I knew where we were going. On this road for 3 whole days to God knows where.
Ain't that the truth?
What are we stopping here for?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, I could use a soda pop. How about you?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Excuse me, but could we please have some change for the soda machine?
I'm out of change.
Oh, must take care of me, too.
I'm out of change for them, not you.
Let's go.
What's wrong with them?
I see you're new around here. Their kind came in and took half the jobs in the county.
Hey, they're just kids.
Well, they don't belong here. If they won't change, let them get it on their side of town. Here's your change.
Hey, where's your family from?
Wisconsin.
No, I mean before that. Europe?
England.
Well, you better not ask an Indian for change. He might feel the way you do. Have a nice day. Hey, kids, come here a minute. There you go. Go in the house.
Gee, thanks, mister.
You're welcome.
Bye.
I guess we're here, huh?
Yeah, we're here.
Come on. Remember to anticipate. You got to be moving as soon as that ball leaves the foot, all right? Try it again. Okay, Tim. You try it now, all right?
Let's go. Come on, get him. Let's go, right through there. Let's go.
Come on, guys, bring him in. Well, we got to practice Monday afternoon. Be here 15 minutes early for a team meeting. Got Marshall next week, and they're going to be plenty tough. We're going to be tougher, right?
Yes, sir!
Can't hear you.
Yes, sir!
Have a good weekend. Hit those books. Remember, there's more to life than soccer, right?
Right, girls.
Wise guy. All right, get lost, all of you. Have a good weekend.
Hey, Dad. Who are you gonna put at winger against Marshall?
About Darren. He's been real aggressive, good ball control.
Kind of like Jeff, Coach. He's fast.
Jeff, huh? Well, we'll see. About time you retired those shoes there, Lair.
I'd like to, Coach, but what can I do? Play barefoot?
Guess not. Now that I think about it, Lair, try these on for size.
Hey, can't have our star forward running out of his shoes every time he goes to kick a goal.
Thanks, Coach. I'll pay you back.
Forget it, they're a gift. Try them on, will you?
Hey, you wanna come over? I just got this new railroad magazine. It's got this Zephyr locomotive I want you to see.
All right, yeah.
Larry, remember what you promised me?
Kind of told my mom I'd mow the lawn. Later, Mom, all right?
Better go on, son. Your mom's depending on you.
Yeah, you're right. See you tomorrow, Brad. Bye, Coach.
All right, see you later.
Richard! Thanks for the shoes.
Don't mention it, Jeanette. My pleasure. We're home. Get off me, will ya?
Hey, Mom.
Hi, guys. How did practice go?
Oh, great. I was great. I was excellent. Everything.
You were fair. Bills. Junk mail. Seems like all we ever get.
Not quite.
What do you mean?
This came from immigration.
Dear Lord, she's coming. She is finally coming.
Who's coming, Dad?
Hey, Brad, you want to sit down? Your mom and I have something we want to tell you.
Sounds serious.
It is, but it's something awful good. At least your mom and I think it is. And we hope you will, too. Brad, you know, when I was in the Army, Vietnam, I met a woman when I was in Saigon, a Vietnamese woman. I want you to understand that this is before your mom and I were married.
Go on.
Well, this woman and I lived together for a while. It was very lonely there, son. It was terrible at times. And I cared for her a great deal.
Did you know?
Yes. Father told me all about her.
Anyway, son, when my tour in Nam was over, they shipped me home. The woman wrote me a letter. She had a baby. A girl. That girl is my daughter. Now, I've kept in touch with them the best I could all these years. Here's a picture. She's your sister, Brad. Her name is Nooyi. She's on her way here now to live with us.
That won't be long.
Hey, Jonathan, you sure you need me on this one?
Why, what's wrong?
Well, this whole business of house painting, you know? I don't know anything about it.
So you learn.
Putting ladders, you know, I'm afraid of heights.
Don't look down.
And around paint, I get allergies. I sneeze.
Look who's here to say God bless you.
Be right back. Get an answer for everything.
Mr. Gaines?
Yes?
My name is Jonathan Smith. I hear you're looking for a house painter.
Well, I was, till I got a few bids on the job and found out it was going to cost more than I can afford right now.
Well, look, my friend and I are two of the best, and we're in between jobs. I'm sure we could give you a fair price.
No, I'm sorry. It does need paint pretty bad. Someone is coming to live with me. Mr. Smith, if you're fair enough, you may have come along just the right moment.
Hey, well, I do that sometimes.
It's a real nice layout you got there. You built it yourself?
Yeah, my dad and I, my friend next door.
Must have taken you some time.
We started it when Larry and I were 8. Just kept growing. My dad said we'll have to knock out a wall pretty soon. That was before.
Guess we all outgrow things.
Yo, Brad. Can you see that new Zephyr you were telling me? What are you doing?
Someone's coming to stay with us. Need the room.
Just let him sleep on the couch.
It's permanent.
What are you talking about, permanent?
My folks laid a heavy one on me yesterday. I got a half-sister, Larry. I never knew it. She's my dad's daughter.
You're kidding. Your dad has a daughter?
Yeah, she's Vietnamese. Happened when he was over there in the war.
You're gonna have some gook living here?
Don't call her that.
You killed my father before I even got the chance to get to know him.
Hey, those were North Vietnamese. This girl's a South Vietnamese.
I don't care what she is. You just keep her away from me, that's all.
I tell you, my back is killing me.
What, from the painting?
No, from leaning over that sink in there, picking paint out of my beard with tweezers.
Yeah, you did look a little like Santa Claus after work today.
There is nothing in this world worse than a pain in the back. You know they got a machine for it now where you hang upside down? Supposed to be great for you. What do you think?
I don't know. Maybe it works. I never heard of a bat with a bad back.
Yeah, you wouldn't be making jokes, you know, if your back felt like this. Sorry. Oh, God, I wish I were hanging upside down right now. Hey, this feels kind of good. Thanks.
Yeah, well, don't thank me. I didn't do anything.
Wait, you mean the boss did it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a little walk. I'll see you later.
Yeah. You go ahead. I'm just gonna hang around here. Hey, you get it? Hang around here.
I got it. I'll see you later.
Hey, that feels a lot better. Okay, that's enough. I said that's enough. Hello? Jonathan! Jonathan!
Mr. Gaines, will this be the first time that you've seen your daughter?
Yeah, that's right.
And do you expect her to have difficulty in adjusting in American life?
She's young. Kids are adaptable.
And what is your name?
Brad Gaines.
I beg your pardon?
Brad Gaines.
How's it going to feel, Brad, having a big sister all of a sudden?
I don't know for sure.
Oh, here she comes.
Did you have a good flight? No. Good.
Excuse me. Nooyi?
Are you?
I'm your father.
You're singing. How's it going?
Oh, straight out of this overhang down in no time at all.
Yeah, well, don't rush it. I want this job to last a little while. I'm gonna run in town and get some trim paint.
What for? Why don't you just, you know?
Because I have to give somebody a ride.
Who?
See you in a little while. Sounds like I'd use a lift. I'm going into town to get some paint.
No, we've got shopping to do.
Yeah, I'm in no hurry. I'll wait for you.
Right, thanks.
All right.
Lo donde mobile.
How's it going?
Hi. Did you get the paint you needed?
Yep, everything's loaded in the car.
Well, you have to bear with us, Mr. Smith. Nooyi has practically no clothes. We've had to start from scratch.
No problem. I'm glad to help.
Thanks. Nooyi, you look beautiful.
You like Mr. Smith?
I like it very, very much, Nooyi.
Here, look at yourself. What do you think?
Cowboy.
Here, go try these on. Hurry, Mr. Smith is waiting. Jeanette, hi.
Hi. How's your girl working out?
Nooyi? Oh, she is a doll.
Has she gotten the hang of using an American vacuum cleaner yet?
What?
Well, you're the envy of every woman on the block with that girl. None of us have a maid.
What you're talking about?
Well, what other reason would you have for bringing your husband's illegitimate daughter into your house?
Jeanette, Nooyi is my daughter now. And anyone, I mean anyone who can't accept that is not welcome in my house.
Well, that's just fine with me. Why don't you ask her if her mother's the one who threw the hand grenade that killed my husband in Saigon?
I can't believe it. I've known that woman for years. We're best friends. How can she have so much hate for a little girl she doesn't even know?
People tend to hate what they don't know.
Do you like?
Do you?
I love it.
Well, then what did you guys do?
And then Mr. Smith drove us around, and we bought a lot of nice clothes, didn't we, Nooyi? Don't you like her new outfit?
It's great. What do you think, Brad?
Yeah.
And then we went to the market and came home, and Nguyen cooked this wonderful meal.
It's delicious, Nooyi. I think I finally gotten the hang of these chopsticks. Maybe not. I think you have the right idea, Brad. I'm going to switch back to a fork.
Oh, well, Nguyen, you don't have to wait on me. Serve me. In this house, we do for ourselves.
In Vietnam, the children serve the parent.
Yeah, well, this ain't Vietnam.
Brad?
I have done something wrong?
No, you haven't. It's just that here we do things a little different, that's all.
Just different cultures.
We can start school tomorrow. I want you to take her around to her classes and introduce her.
Why me?
Because I said so. She needs someone, and you're her brother.
Well, I have exams in the morning. I can't do both.
What is wrong with you, Brad? You've been acting like a first-class jerk lately, and I am fed up with it.
Richard.
If you're through eating, why don't you go study for those exams?
Oh, good. Most of your class is the same as mine, so we'll be together most of the day. I am grateful. Don't worry, all the girls want help. And if I'm not around, somebody will be. Your first class is English. You're gonna love Mrs. Wheeler, won't you, Brad?
Yeah, sure.
English? Good. I need much English. Oh, I left my flute in the office. I gotta go back for it. I'll see you guys later.
Come on.
You go, huh? Four?
It's coming.
Hello, Duke.
Hello.
Just keep walking and ignore him.
At least you answered to the right name.
Yeah. Larry, you're supposed to be my best friend. Why are you doing this?
Me, Jeff. You, Duke.
Me, Goo?
I said knock it off.
Hey, who's gonna make me?
Brad, please, do not fight. I will say Goo.
Come on.
What did I do wrong?
Just shut up, okay? Just shut up.
Oh. Excuse me. Hey, could you hand me a rag there? I got a little paint in my eye. Thank you. Oh, it burned to high heaven.
Mr. Mark? What means Gook?
Where'd you hear that?
School.
School. Well, I guess it means, reckon it's, just a mean, spiteful word that should never be used. Whoever said that was just trying to hurt you. I mean, just a mean person.
I did not think there were mean people in America.
Yeah, well, there is, I'm sorry to say.
In Vietnam, I am this child. Government make my people scorn and hate me. So I want to come to America.
Dust child, what is that?
It mean I am part American. I am different. I am of no more value than dust under your feet. All my life, I am told I am American and not truly Vietnamese. But when I come here, I am called Gook, not American. I do not know what I am.
You're a human being, that's what you are. You're a good human being who has a right to live and be happy like everybody else. But you gotta be brave. It takes a very brave person to realize that she has that right and to take it.
I will try to be brave.
You're not gonna believe what I got. I got some salami. I got some cheese here. And I got some French bread. Sure you don't want something to eat? No, I know you don't have to, but just once in a while, don't just get a taste for something.
I'm fine, thanks.
Look, I got something for you. I think you're gonna like it. Angel food cake.
That was nice of you.
You all right? You haven't said 2 words all night.
Just thinking about people. Oh, they must be a big disappointment to him sometimes. I created something capable of loving and caring. And it turns into something it hates for no reason.
Why does he let him get away with it? I mean, why doesn't he punish him?
I don't know. For his children, maybe he feels they should learn by their own mistakes. Besides, punishing people never really changes.
Sure like to punish those 2 kids that hit Nooyi today.
I know how you feel, but in a way, they punish themselves. People who hate never really feel any peace inside. It's a sickness worse than any plague this world has ever seen. The sad part of it is the cure is inside every one of us.
What is it?
Love. Simple, isn't it? Just love.
All right, break it up. What's the idea, anyway? What happened? Larry? Sorry, Larry, you're off the team. Pick up your equipment and get off the field.
Me? What'd I do?
You've been late for every practice this week. You've been insubordinate and troublemaker. I have no idea what's bugging you. I'll be glad to talk to you about it any time. But until you straighten out, son, this team doesn't need you anymore.
Hey, I'm not your son, all right? My father's dead.
We know your birthday's not until tomorrow, but we couldn't wait to give this to you.
You have given me so much already.
This is something special.
This is my mother.
I took that picture a long time ago. Had it enlarged for you.
She looks so young. So beautiful. I never saw her be so happy. She was pretty. Brad, look. See? This is my mother.
Hey, Dad, can I talk to you now? It's important. Now, please.
I'll take my picture to my room. Thank you.
Dad, you gotta let Larry back on the team.
No way. I told him he had to come and talk to me, and he hasn't.
But Larry was my best friend. He was like a part of this family almost. Like a brother.
I didn't push him out. If he can't accept Nooyi, that is his problem.
Hey, those people killed his father. The whole town hates them.
You listen to me. Nooyi and her people were not our enemy. I know Larry's father was killed over there. Larry never got to know his dad. He was cheated, all right. That's a rotten thing to happen to anybody.
See, you became his father. He loved you, Dad. Everything was great until she came along.
Can't you see that I have a responsibility to that girl? She is my daughter.
Yeah, a daughter that you should have never had. How could you have been with that woman?
What right do you have to judge me? You weren't there. You don't know anything about it. I saw people dying every day all around me, and I knew that any day I was going to be one of them. I needed some peace in my life, some hope. And Nooyi's mother gave me that when no one else in the world could. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I see. I see that you had a goose baby.
Don't ever let those obscene words out of your mouth again.
Hey, Larry, wait up.
We got nothing to talk about, Brad.
Hey, just hear me out. You were right all along, I know that. My dad, well, he just should have never lived with that thinking had a kid. I hate her.
Wait a minute. You're telling me you hate your sister?
And she's not my sister. She'll never be my sister.
Oh, yeah? Prove it.
What are you talking about?
Take a look. You're either with us or with her. He's right. Which is it?
Yeah, I told you. I'm with you.
Okay. Let's find out. Boy, something sure does smell like dog meat. It's you.
What are you looking at me for?
You are my brother.
Hey, I'm not your anything. Everything was great until you got here. Why don't you go back to Vietnam where you belong?
Please don't. I only want...
I don't care what you want. Go on back with the rest of the gooks.
Not the only thing we accomplished here was a paint job.
It's not over yet.
Can't just hang around. The job's finished. You're not thinking about giving this place a second coat.
Would I do that to you?
Probably.
Finish loading up. I'll be right back.
Hey, great shot.
It's just luck, I guess. I better quit while I'm ahead.
Oh, come on, let's have a game of horse. I like to see somebody beat Larry here.
All right, maybe one game. I'm Jonathan Smith.
Larry Everett. I seen you working over at Brad's.
Larry Everett. Hey, your dad wouldn't be Sergeant Larry Everett by any chance. Third Infantry?
Yes, sir. How'd you know that?
Be darned at it, I knew him. In Nam, we were friends.
You're kidding.
Larry, you need to come in now and do your homework.
Mom, come here. This guy, Mr. Smith, he said he knew Dad and Mom. They were friends.
Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Well, what an amazing coincidence.
Well, tell us about him, Mr. Smith. What was my dad like?
He was the best soldier I ever met. There's no telling how many lives he saved. He was a real hero.
He saved lives? Did you hear that, Mom? They should have given him the Medal of Honor or something.
Well, your dad wasn't the kind of hero they give medals to.
Why not?
Well, because his real fight was not on a battlefield. It was in the streets of Saigon.
That's where he was killed.
I know, on one of his missions. I tell you, son, your father would beg, borrow, or steal to help a bunch of Vietnamese kids that nobody wanted. Brought them food, clothing, medicine. Anything to keep his adopted kids from suffering another night of hunger or pain.
Adopted?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Larry called them, his adopted kids. The day he died, he was taking a load of powdered milk to a church orphanage. Terrorists lobbed a bomb on his Jeep. Tell you something, son, your father gave his life so that kids like Nooyi could get a better life. Nooyi made it. I know your father would be very happy about that. Miss Everett, I know how hard it is to lose a man like Larry. But when you look at a child like Nooyi, you know he didn't die in vain. He was quite a guy. Hey, I think I better skip that game. My partner's liable to get mad if I don't help him load up. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Never knew.
You like it?
It is great. She's gonna love this.
Dad, you're home early.
I'm going to get ready for Noyan's party. I don't suppose you'll be joining us?
I'd like to if you'd let me.
Me too, sir. I'm sorry about the way I've been acting.
Me too, Dad. Give us a chance.
You have no idea how long I wanted to hear you guys say that. Go tell Noyan how you feel. It has been so tough on her.
Oh, our family again. Hey, Dad, come here.
What's wrong?
She's gone. She left this.
To the family, I hope what I do is the right thing. My mother loved me, sent me away to have a happier life. I love you, and I go away so that you will have a happier life. I am strong, do not worry. A dust child learns to be strong. Goodbye, Nooyi.
It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Let's start talking about whose fault it is. We gotta find her. You guys stay here in case she comes back, all right? We'll go to the bus station first, and then we'll notify the police.
What's going on?
It's Nooyi. She's run away. My folks went over to the bus station.
Wish there was something we could do. I mean, it's our fault this happened.
Oh, maybe there is. Why don't you two jump in the car? I got a hunch I know where she might be.
Where we start?
I think we ought to split up. Let you boys start in the restaurant here.
Okay, right.
Come on, let's go.
No need.
What?
She's my half-sister. Her name is Nooyi. I know you ran away because of me. I don't blame you. I was rotten to you. I mean, all of a sudden, it wasn't just me and my folks anymore. I was jealous, I guess. And I'm sorry. If you just give me a chance, I could show you that I could be a good brother and a good friend. So please forgive me and come home.
Do you mean that?
I sure do.
Man, what your brother said goes for me, too.
You know what? I really love this job.
Yeah, so do I.
Are we going in?
No, our job's done here. It's time to go.
Come on, it's her birthday. At least we can have a piece of cake.
I don't know. We got a long drive ahead of us.
Hey, there's the Goose Lover's house. Hey, Goose Lover. Yeah, Goose Lover. Hey, Goose Lover. 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 Goose Lover.
I probably shouldn't have done that.
You know, I don't think he's gonna mind at all.